Alright, we're doing pre-flight right now. Just get ready for the journey. Here we go. So this is a quick hopper. We're going to Miami. Departure is on runway 27 right. And let's go down here to arrival. We should be coming in on 12, ILS 12. Crystal, Danny. Let's remove the manual part here. And clear the discontinuity. Let's keep going. Let's see if there's another one in there. Right there. So let's remove that. You have to do the manual first. If you don't do the manual, you can't do the discontinuity. For performance, let's go down here. Takeoff performance. We're going out on 27 right. Weather, everything currently looks dry. So we're going to say good to go. So 484850. Flaps will be set to 1 up 0.3. So we're going to go 1 up 0.3. And flex temp is really? Is that right? Oh, my fault. Flex temp is 74. Had a brain fart there for a second. F74. Okay. That looks good. This is Traffic Global. It looks like I'm gonna sit here and watch him take off. Looks like he's going out on 9 Charlie. 9 or Charlie. Is he going to general aviation? I believe he is. Okay. Alright, chase that squirrel. Okay. Alright. So we're good there. We don't need the external power anymore, so what I'm going to do is come down here, go away, go to mech and go external power off, take the chocks off. We're good. Predictive wind shear is auto. QNH is 3017. Brian, go ahead and get our IFR clearance. Unless you're not there. You're not yet. Hold on 1 second, guys. Brian, please get our IFR clearance.
I can handle the IFR clearance for you.
Stanford ground, Allegiant 4900. We have information Kilo and would like to pick up our IFR clearance.
I'll have your clearance in just a second. Allegiant 4900, Stanford ground, cleared to Miami. Radar vectors D Danny, then is filed. Climb and maintain 4000. Expect flight level 27010 minutes after departure. Departure on 125.225 squawk 4757. Expect runway 27 right.
Cleared to Miami. Radar vectors D Danny, then is filed. Climb and maintain 4000. Expect flight level 27010 minutes after departure. Departure on 125.225. Squawk 4757. Expect runway 27 right. Allegiant 4900.
Allegiant 4900, read back correct.
Brian, you're in charge of all comms.
I'm in charge of the comms now.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Allegiant Air Flight
Great
AAA
news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
4900 to Miami. We kindly ask you to take your seats according to your boarding passes, stowing your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, please feel free to contact any member of our crew. Thank you for choosing to fly with us today.
Brian, we need pushback and start clearance.
I'll request pushback and start clearance for you.
Stanford ground, Allegiant 4900, requesting pushback and start clearance. We have Kilo.
All right. Looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Allegiant 4900, pushback and start approved, tail west.
Let me show you something about this airport. It's really cool. Just the detail. This is an Orbex airport.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tows connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go. Here comes the pushback. Light 'em up.
I turned the bus off. Oops. So what I did wrong is I accidentally turned the APU bus off and it killed the power and made my gear reboot.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake. And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment. And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
We got a Legionnaire jet coming in. It's good timing. Okay, ignition off, ground spoiler armed, flaps are on 1. I've even, a trim is adjusted. Auto brakes are max. APU is off. Taxi lights are on. We'll test our config. Test is complete. Brian, get our taxi clearance.
I'll request taxi clearance for us.
ground, 4900, ready to taxi. We have kilo.
Allegiant 4900, runway 27 right taxi via Charlie Romeo, hold short of runway 27 center, then Bravo, hold short of runway 18, then Bravo 10.
We can't taxi until he's back though, so we're waiting for him.
Runway 27 right, taxi via Charlie Romeo, hold short of runway 27 center, then Bravo, hold short of runway 18, then Bravo 10. Allegiant 4900.
He's going to gate 1C. Corey, I'm not using, in fact, if I haven't changed it yet, I have just taken off map enhancements. So this is not map enhancements or AutoOrtho, but the airport is Orbex, and it's what if you go to the Orbex website, they'll have you download like their interface, and you can shop at all the different airports. This is KSFF, KSFC. Anyway, this airport is a custom Orbex airport. They did a pretty good job on it too. I think they did. I think Orbex and Nimbus both do great jobs on their airports. They really kind of think it through. I hope I didn't mess something up because my reversers were on. I could have damaged something. Just noticed that my my throttle was set wrong. I guess we'll see. It's a short flight though. It could be a really short flight if I mess something up.
Cabin attendants, arm doors and cross-check. Welcome aboard our flight to Miami. The estimated flight time is 45 minutes. Please pay close attention to the upcoming safety demonstration, as it contains important information even for frequent flyers.
Let me go up here.
Fasten your seatbelts by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and pulling the
traffic
strap to
global's
tighten.
playing into this. Of course, you see the traffic
must
global.
be fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated. Please
Real
return
ops,
your seatbacks and tray
I
tables
have, but
to the
I
upright
hardly
position
ever use
and
it.
Open your window blinds for takeoff.
Open SAM has to be
Mobile phones and electronic
set up.
devices must be set to flight mode, and larger devices must be securely stowed
You
during
ask good
takeoff and
questions,
landing.
Corey.
Smoking and the use of e-cigarettes are prohibited anywhere on board, including the
That is
lavatories.
coming from Say
Oxygen
Intentions.
masks will drop automatically if required. Pull the mask
So
firmly,
Say Intentions
place it over
doesn't
your
show
nose and
up
mouth,
in
and
plugins,
breathe normally.
but as soon as we
Secure
get to
your
the
own mask before assisting others.
hold it short,
Life
I'll
vests
show you the
are located
interface.
under your
00 cross
seat.
runway 18,
Put it
then
on,
continue
fasten
taxi
it,
via Bravo
and
10.
inflate it only after leaving the aircraft. Floor level lighting will guide you to the nearest exit, which is clearly marked.
In
There are two exits
OBS, I'm
between
set
front
for
and
a
rear.
1080 screen, so
In case
you're
of
missing
evacuation,
a little bit of the
personal
screen on
belongings
the
be
left and the right.
Follow crew instructions immediately.
Center.
If a power bank or any electronic device becomes unusually warm or shows signs of damage, please inform a crew
you can't
member
see.
immediately. The safety information card contains all details. Thank you for your attention.
Can you see my plugins right now? Can you see the plugins? Let me see. I can see. Let me double check, because if I can see them on mine, I'll see what you're talking about.
Approaching runway 18.
Oh, I see what you mean. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I am not quite, doesn't quite show. In other words, I have to go like my individual plugins. I have a cockpit simulator you wouldn't see as much, but the one that you're probably looking for is one is Traffic Global. If I do this, you can see actually the interface for Traffic Global. But if you're looking for the, like, say, let me pull up Say Intentions. So you can't see those, but there's nothing really in there that's that has to do with my graphics right now. This is the interface for Say Intentions. So, and this is sayintentions.ai, which is provides for us all of our ATC. The traffic or taxi assistance is built into Say Intentions, and that would go for the cabin crew, everything that you're hearing, like my co-pilot, when you hear me talking to Brian and ask him to do something, that's coming through Say Intentions. So it's basically everything, including right here. I can actually like click on the individual frequencies and it changes here, and so that's an interface I have. Yeah, it is, and I do admit it's a paid subscription, but one I've decided. I mean, it's just been a part of my hobby budget for years, for almost a year and a half, and I really enjoy using it. It has all the little bells and whistles I want, so it works out really well. Well, yeah, and it is a subscription. Go to their page and you'll see you've got a lot of. And what I like too is on Say Intentions, they've got a Sky Ops app that you can pull up on your iPhone or your phone, and you can look at the app and you can see like where your plane is or information about your plane. My point of view right now. Now I do have X camera, and if you can see now, probably from your point of view, you can see X camera and the settings for it, but I'm not using it right now. I'm actually using my keypad, and so for my keypad I'm just using the keys, the 7 the 0 through 7 keys. So that's how I'm showing the different viewpoints of view. Like right now, if I go to that's 8, and I've programmed these with the control, and then the 9 key, like for that one, there's 8, there's 7, 4, there's 6 to go back in the cabin. There's the other side. I have a view here. That's 2. I've set up 2 for that, and then 3 chase view on 3. Hey Brian, do our takeoff briefing, please. Here's something else I like. They just added this feature into Say Intentions.
We'll be departing from runway 27 right. We'll follow the departure procedure with an initial climb clearance to 4,000. Transition altitude is 18,000. After takeoff, we'll follow the SID profile with radar vectors to DDAN-E, climbing to flight level 270. Weather at departure shows no significant weather expected en route. In the event of an engine failure below 400, we'll continue straight ahead and follow ATC instructions. Above 400, we'll follow the engine out SID procedure, climbing to 3,000 before turning back. For any abnormalities or emergencies before V1, we'll reject the takeoff and apply maximum braking. After V1, we'll continue the takeoff, handle the emergency, and communicate with ATC. We have been cleared as filed. Squawk code is 4757 and departure frequency will be 125.225. We're configured for takeoff with flaps 5. V1 is 142 knots, VR is 147 knots, and V2 is 152 knots. We'll climb out at V2 plus 10 knots. I think we're ready to go, Captain.
Alright, sounds like we are. Corey, the X camera is very useful, but for this particular aircraft I just haven't set the individual cameras up yet. There is actually an interface for it, but all that I'm using right now for my camera views, like what I'm showing you, the 7, 8, 9, 6, 4, 1, 2, 3, all those views. I'm in the cockpit for the entire landing. I don't really use I don't use like a third party or like an outside view or anything. I fly it like I would if I was in a cockpit. And this is the view I use usually at landing right here. Now there's something else. This is a Toliss specific thing. I don't know if you have this is the A320. So all the Toliss aircrafts have pop outs. And here it is. That's the pop out. I can use my scroll to change the size of it. And that pop out I can put right here. So I know you've got your horizon here, but you know, my 62-year-old eyes sometimes need something a little bit bigger. So I created this. I just do this, and this is a part of the Toliss aircraft, so it's built in. Right? What do you say we get clearance? Brian, would you get clearance for takeoff?
I'll request takeoff clearance for us.
And then you have the regular views, like right then I just hit shift and 4.
Allegiant 4900, holding short of runway 27 right, ready for takeoff.
And my arrow keys, and I'm just looking around right now before I take off. Make sure, and I always do this because
Allegiant 4900, Sanford Tower, runway 27 right, winds 300 at 5. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Got it. The Traffic Global, which are the aircraft that you see, those aircraft that are at the gate over there.
Runway 27 right, winds 300 at 5. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff. Allegiant 4900.
Traffic Global does not communicate with, say, Intentions ATC, so you got to be careful or kind of watch for them. So I always check before I take off. Okay, so let's take off. I like my view there. Okay, auto brake is at max. Flaps are at 1. Ground spoiler is armed. All have been verified. So we'll take off. Alright, we're clear. We're going to bring the throttle forward. We're at about 40%. Stable. And throttle forward. Alright. Throttle is in flex. Forward pressure on the yoke. Keep it centered. 80 knots. V1, rotate, bring it back about 10 degree angle, positive rate, and we're going gear up. Give you a little outside view there real quick. Flaps have been retracted, and what's going to happen over here is we're going to start seeing a flash in a minute, like the flickering of flex, because it's going to want us to go up the thrust climb. Okay, Autopilot is engaged at 1,000 feet.
Allegiant 4900, contact departure on 125.225.
And there you see the flashing of the lever
Orlando departure, Allegiant 4900.
over here. So we're going to
Good
pull the
morning,
lever
climbing
back
through 1000.
to thrust climb. There you go, thrust climb.
Allegiant 4900, Orlando departure, radar contact. Climb and maintain 1000, turn left heading 120, vectors to D Danny, then on course.
Vectors to D Danny. We're already set for that, so we're good. Yeah, when I'm on approach or landing, by the way, Corey, I'm always
1000, left heading 120,
I'm monitoring
vectors to D Danny, then on course.
everything in the
Allegiant
cockpit.
4900.
I'm never outside of the cockpit until I go back and look at replay. So I'm literally monitoring it the whole time. And that's me. I'm a control freak. When it comes to that, I just want to make sure. All right, we're at 4,000 feet, 250 knots. We'll stay under 250 knots up to 10,000. Landing lights are still on. We'll cut them off at 10,000.
Allegiant 4900, direct D Danny, then as filed, please.
That's what I'm doing. Leave me alone.
Direct D Danny, then as filed. Allegiant 4900.
Man, it's the skies, the clouds, all of this. Man, all of this, by the way, is straight out of the box. That what you're seeing is that none of this is ActiveX Sky, which I have used. I've used the ActiveX Sky. I've used map enhancements, and I had map enhancements on here, but it was conflicting, I believe, with some of my custom scenery airports. So to me, it's more important. The airport, the detail at the airport is more important than what things look like from 30,000 feet. So I went, now if you're flying a lot of VFR flights, I guess it'd be different, but not me. I like the way this looks, and as you get closer to the ground, now map enhancements is nice, but yeah, I think it was interfering. I could see it. The minute I removed it, some of the crashes I was having from the computer crashes, or like the flight sim freezing, all of that went away. So there was some conflict there. Sometimes you just have to
Dear guests, we are now
weigh
in the air
if it's
on our
worth
way
your
to
time
Miami.
or not, and what you
The
want.
use of approved electronic devices is permitted in flight mode. Cabin service will begin shortly. Thank you for your attention.
Shots from around. That really looks nice, doesn't it? Like the way it looks. Well done. We just hit 11,000 and about blanked out. Okay. Landing lights, everything are off. I'm going to put seat belts even to the off position, and let them move around if they need to go to the bathroom, something. And make sure the ground spoiler is disarmed. Okay. Next moment we'll have coming up is QNH, switching at 18,000 to standard. This is a short flight because we're only going to Miami, so we'll be closer to the ground soon. Miami Airport, by the way, looks really good. It is a Airbus custom scenery airport, so it looks a whole lot more like the actual airport. It's very well done. going on down here? Typical Florida highway. So some of the ways you're seeing, like right now, I've just got a chase view set in on my keypad, and gives me a little view control. Okay. So yeah, Curry, on the landing angle, or what camera I use, I'm right here, trying to monitor from this angle, because I want to be able to see my horizon, and especially on an ILS approach, yeah, I do come out of the cockpit just to kind of get a look at how it looks sometimes.
Legion
but
4900, contact Miami Center on 134.35.
But once I'm on the ground, I'll go back out and have some fun with a replay.
Switching to Miami Center on 134.35. Allegiant 4900.
Okay, as you see, my co-pilot is acting as pilot monitoring. There we go.
Miami Center, Allegiant 4900.
QNH to standard.
Good morning, climbing through flight level 180.
Legion 4900, Miami Center, climb flight level 270.
And I've got my
Flight level
altitude set now for
Allegiant
270.
4900.
If I pull up my McDo here, you can just see that we have 191 miles to the airport. Something you'll notice, like this is airport distance, but then I have another tool I use, and that's the Navigraph chart. And on my Navigraph chart, let's see here. Let me see. Load the right flight plan. You'll see where we are right now, but you'll notice that it says we're 150 miles from Miami, but you see this says that we're 183 miles from Miami, and the difference is the McDo is telling you how many miles you're going to fly to get into position to land when you do get to Miami. So you add your transitions in and everything, and that's where it adds miles, so you know how far you're going to have to fly. Let's see, let me put in we're coming in on runway 12 ILS. Let's see here. That's new. That's a new feature on there. Let me see. There we go. ILS 12. Here we go. And our transition's Danny DHP, Gloria. Okay. Okay, now we can look at our approach. So if you know we're here. We've got a bit to go, but we're going to come in. So we're going to come in this way here. But then we're going to have to run past the airport, so we're going to start a downwind to get into position, and downwind will take us here to the end where at Gloria we will set up. It should be Gloria. We'll set up, and this will be our base leg, and then we'll come in here for our final approach right here. So this evidently must add about 30 miles to our mileage, or how far we got to go, because see right now this says 131, but this says 165. That's about 34 miles. So that's the extra miles, in case you're wondering. And let's go ahead while we're at it and get our QNH, which is 3015 QNH. But just remember that, because that's going to come into play on our, I think we can go ahead and load it, 3015, put that back on standard. Okay.
Dear guests, the cabin crew will now begin the snack and beverage service. We invite you to enjoy our popular selections, including the savoury pretzel bites and refreshing fruit juices. After the service, selected items from the Allegiant Air Shop will be available for you to browse. Thank you for your attention and enjoy the flight.
Okay, so I did something stupid when I started the aircraft, and it shouldn't have started, but my throttle quadrant was in the reversers position. So my reversers had been running. My reversers ran for probably 3 or 4 minutes without me like keying in on it, because I just heard another, what I consider to be an aircraft. And if this were a real flight, that would have caused probably damage, and it would have required, you know, the mechanics to check me out before I left, make sure I didn't hurt something. But anyway, so goes a little forgiveness on the flight sim. Right, so coming in for once we right now we're at flight level at 27,000, and we want to look at what we're going to be coming down to for approach. So top of descent even is probably not far away. It's not. So we're going to set our altitude to about 4,000 here. And that's just what it, so when we start descent, it's going to manage its way down. The McDo will manage the restrictions. And if I hear ATC say something that, you know, conflicts with where I am, I'll adjust it. But I'm going to put this at 4,000. Alright, let's go ahead and look at our numbers we'll need for descent. So our landing performance, we're coming in to an airport. The METAR, let's see if the METAR has got anything out of the way. Exit to the 700. Nope. So I'm going to set our auto brake, our brake mode to medium. And we'll go to performance. Next phase. QNH is 30.15. Temp at arrival is 25 Celsius. Winds are 070 at 4 knots. And we'll put baro. Let's see if we can put baro over here. No, we don't need to put barometric. We could put barometric, but we won't. Well, we could. Let's try it. See if it'll let me to put 10.021. Okay. Okay. Everything looks good. I don't think ATC will prompt me for descent. I'll just have to know when to start descending and request it. Brian, get our descent clearance to descend on our arrival, please.
I'll request descent clearance for us.
Miami Center, Allegiant 4900, requesting descent clearance for the Coastal 3 arrival.
Coastal, not Crystal. Sorry.
Allegiant 4900, descend via Coastal 3 to 4000 D Danny, transition into Miami. Altimeter 3016.
Seatbelt sign is on.
Descend via Coastal 3 to 4000 D Danny, transition into Miami. Altimeter 3016. Allegiant 4900.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our cruising altitude. The seatbelt sign is now off.
No, it's not.
You are free to move
It's
about
not.
the cabin. We will begin our in-flight service shortly, and we appreciate your cooperation. Thank you.
Just so you know, we've already begun our descent. But if you're serving, you can still serve, but have them keep their seatbelts on while you're serving.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have begun our descent toward Miami. Please ensure that your seatbelts are securely fastened and your seat backs and tray tables are in their upright positions. We appreciate your cooperation as we prepare for landing.
Beautiful Miami. So we're about 100 miles out from Miami right now. 100 miles to the runway, put it that way. Did any of y'all watch the Greg Biffle final NTSB report? It's pretty heartbreaking. So the pilot, Dalton, I think his name, Dalton, he's a good pilot, by the way. He was a Delta pilot, retired, had to retire at 65. But, like, for instance, flying these commercial aircraft like this, you have a lot of people doing stuff for you. You have the loaders, you have the ones who are putting in the fuel. All that's being done, and all the pilot has to do is a cursory inspection of the aircraft before takeoff or walk around. But so much is done.
Allegiant 4900, contact Miami approach on 118.1.
Which I'm saying there's just so much training that goes into the pilots, but there's
Switching
a lot
to Miami approach on 118.1. Allegiant 4900.
that they don't have to do. And that's all taken care of in the background. And I saw that play into that
Miami
flight.
approach, Allegiant 4900. Good morning, descending flight level 190 for 4000.
Allegiant 4900, Miami approach. Expect the ILS runway 12 approach into Miami.
Standard to QNH 30.15.
Miami. Allegiant 4900.
So, and anyway, the pilot, also the aircraft it was flying required a certified, like a checked out co-pilot, a certified co-pilot. Couldn't have, just not anybody could sit there, or he wasn't allowed to fly it. And so he seemed to have some like non-familiarity with that aircraft, and so when they took off from that Statesville airport that day, I didn't know this until today, so I'm just telling you. They had turned the APU on, the auxiliary power, and they're running on auxiliary power to do everything, but he never switched over to the engine buses after takeoff. So that means that little by little systems would start failing because the batteries were going to run down. APU is not enough to fly an entire flight, the entire flight. And so by the time they realized it, it was too late. But it was definitely just human error. It could have been avoided. So sad, just a sad case. Biffle did a lot of good, great family, but yeah, it looks like it really was totally in many cases that's what's wrong to begin with, but it's just a really sad case. We're currently at 14,000, descending. It looks like we may be stopped unless we get there, but at 13,000 it's got an adder above.
Cleared direct chum, Allegiant 4900.
Clear direct chum. What is that? Chum. Okay, let me find it. There it is. That's a big shortcut they just gave us. Let me see here. I'm talking big. Yeah, so what they're doing is instead of making us curve all the way around, they're removing our downwind run and taking us straight to Chum, and I think that's great because from Chum we go to our approach. So I'll take that. Thank you. So we'll go Chum to Gloria, or well, it has here Piano. What's Piano? Okay, I'll take that. Chum to Piano. I'll take it. And we're going to drop our altitude down to the 3,000 to let it go down to 3,000, and it will manage it. It's going to manage its way down here, because you see here, anytime you see this little asterisk, this asterisk is an at or above. So good. So we're on our way to Chum now. Okay, we're okay. So straight shot. That was a big help. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Blended bacon. What you're on you're on VATSIM. I haven't flown a VATSIM flight this week. I need to do one. Just get on. Just to get on. But if you looked at my hours on VATSIM, you'd think I don't do this much, but I really do like say Intentions. Southwest from Richmond to Atlanta. That's a good flight. Simple. Kind of straight shot. When I used to live in Fredericksburg, it was easier to go to Richmond to pick up a flight.
We are
to
now
fly
on
to
our final
Atlanta
approach into Miami.
or
Please
Charlotte.
turn off all electronic devices and stow them until we arrive at the gate. Ensure your tray tables are put away, your seats are in their full upright position, and your seat belts are fastened. The weather in Miami is currently 27 degrees Celsius with good visibility. We do not have a gate assigned at this time, but we will keep you updated. Thank you for your cooperation.
Okay, so we're on our way to Chum. We're already at the point where we need to activate our approach phase. So I'm going to hit for performance here. Activate approach. That will just key it in that hey, I'm good. If you want to slow down, I'm good with it. $8,000, yeah, perfect. And so we're 31 miles to the runway. The McDo says we're 30 miles, and I go by that because that's the path we're taking is 30 miles long. And we're at 7,500 and descending. Looks like we're in good shape. The planes you're seeing out there, you see I've got us. There's a Southwest, American Airlines, a couple of Southwest jets. They're from Traffic Global. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, yeah. You better start your descent. Either that or start doing circles. True story. I did one of those 13-hour flights. So I go to bed and get up and realize like my aircraft is 30 miles from the airport. And I'm at 35,000 feet, and yeah, that turns into circles, I call it. Or I ended up like going back and then having to come back and everything. That is true. Yeah, that is true. It does handle it much more. To be a muscle car, it handles itself really well. It's easier to control.
Allegiant 4900, 7 miles from PNA. Turn left heading 160, descend and maintain 3,000 feet, altimeter 3016, until established on the localizer, cleared for the ILS runway 12 approach.
Left heading 160, descend and maintain 3,000 feet, altimeter 3016, cleared for the ILS runway 12 approach. Allegiant 4900.
Alright, it's time for me to start doing that pilot stuff too. Let's see. Cool, we're in great shape. So we're going to flaps 1. Left turn. I think I'm going to get dinged for is I didn't turn my landing lights on early enough.
Allegiant 4900, contact Miami Tower on 118.3.
Switching to Miami Tower on 118.3, Allegiant. Miami Tower, Allegiant 4900. Good morning, established on the ILS runway 12 approach.
Allegiant 4900, Miami Tower, roger.
Flaps 3. Flaps 4. We're full flaps. Approach active.
Allegiant 4900, winds 120 at Niner. Runway 12, cleared to land.
Runway 12, cleared to land. Allegiant 4900.
2,500. $2,000. 100 above. Minimum
1,000.
Approaching runway 12.
All right, here we are. 700 feet.
$500. 400. 300.
My aircraft.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
retard, retard,
10.
5, retard, 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 retard.
Allegiant 4900, welcome to Miami. Contact ground on 121.8.
Switching to ground on 121.8, Allegiant 4900. Miami ground, Allegiant 4900. Good morning, cleared of runway, ready to taxi to the gate.
Allegiant 4900, Miami
Ladies and
ground,
gentlemen,
taxi to terminal
welcome to
HK7
Miami.
via Sierra
Did you know
Papa.
that
Have a
Miami
good
is
day.
known as the Magic City because of its rapid growth and development? Thank you for flying with Allegiant Air. Please remain seated with your seatbelts
Taxi to terminal
fastened
Hotel Gate
until
7
we
via
reach
Sierra
your final
Papa.
parking position.
Allegiant 4900.
On behalf of your flight crew, thank you for flying with Allegiant Air. The local time is 10:25 in the morning.
something I've had to learn is to fly the nose down, if that makes sense for me. Like to fly it down and not just like jerk it down. And I have, but it's got to think through it, or it's easy just to drop that nose too quick, so you don't hurt the front nose. For whatever reason, the jetways are not working, and I'm trying to think, is it me? Am I doing anything if I have everything set up correctly for it? Alright, so we're on GPU power. I have, let's see, I've got all the lights off in the right place. Let's see what happens, see if I can get it to work. So if I go to my jetways, nope. And then let's see now if the other one's available. It is not. Even if I hit connect power, does anything change? Nope. But I will say this, inside, this is inside of the airport. Let's free my camera up. I think it looks pretty good. Okay, there is a quirk with these shots. So, you know my aircraft is just outside here, but you don't see it because I think this is like a graphic, or it's like a picture on the other side when they made this, but no, so I can't see my plane, actual plane, from within here. It's the only thing I think that's the case. Okay. Alright, blended bacon, have a good landing. Yeah, and I'll see y'all a little bit later. I gotta go run and do a job.